Hello, everyone who watches Plus 7, which is in the digital world and in, I guess, broadcasting standards, when other and most people like you and I watch after we recorded it, or in secondhand streaming platforms such as YouTube, where this goes after we're done. I am happy to say it was nice to take 2 days off, really, kind of. I didn't get to do anything at the Pen Expo because I took my dogs with me, and so it made it a little more difficult to function, so to speak. But I was able to meet a lot of great people, and I'm glad I did that. And I didn't get to hang out as long as possible, also because of the animals, but that was okay. Anyway, I'm happy to report that it was a positive experience, and I'm glad I went because there are some amazing people in the community itself, which is what I like about the pin making. I guess frenzy that's going on. I'm gonna call it a trend, but it's a frenzy. Not unlike a lot of other things that have come and gone in our crazy generational lives. So anyway, to you, because I'm so tired of saying let's get on with some reviews. I hope that we are joined by some of the makers. I have encouraged people to come and know that I'm going to talk about their pens because I really want everyone to know that the dialogue should be had about the quality of these things. Because I think that you are investing something in someone's art. If you care about what you made, your heart, what spawned, I guess I'll talk about what spawned this, and it's appropriate because I'm wearing a shirt by a company that spurned me. Abandoned Ship Apparel. Let's talk about Abandoned Ship Apparel while no one's here to talk shit with me. So, as Raleigh talks shit. So it's perfect. So we're listening to an underutilized Sublime album in their repertoire, Robin the Hood, which is one of my personal favorites because when I was playing music back in the day, it just kind of resonated because they made it with a 4-track, and Bradley just had a beat maker, and they just kind of went to town doing random things, and it was kind of like their little experimental phase before they broke into the self-titled, and that's what changed everybody's lives, obviously. So there we go. But anyway, I got a blind bag in the mail, and I really want to do it, but I want to wait till people come. So we'll do that later. We'll tease that for the laters. For later, so y'all know that the blind bag is coming later. Dumb Pin Trading, what's up? Welcome in. So I don't know if you can hear me well or not with the Sublime railing, but we got a blind bag coming, so be on the lookout for that later. I'm gonna make a pin that says because so many people say So we got a couple great things that we got in the mail last week, and we're going to show them off to on this broadcast. They are these, the Casey Becker and now Psycho Killer, which have fantastic backings, and we're going to show all these things up close, but here we go. We're just going to get the ball rolling because now we have one viewer, and all I need is one viewer to get this going. So if you came in to check these out, this is what's going on with these. We're going to show these up close in a second, but first thing I want to say about these is they're 2 inches each, pretty sure, yep. They're limited edition of 100 each. I have 38 and 43. They are die cast soft enamel, and they have this VHS blue tint, which let's now show. And we're gonna flip the camera. We're gonna try and keep it the same way though. So here they are. I don't know how well we're gonna be able to focus in there like that. So I'll pick it up. It's easier like this. And I'm going to take it out of the packaging now, and then we'll do another close-up. So you can see that, it's pretty big. Oh, there we go. That's nice. That's nice. You can see that right there. So you see how good these pens are. Let's see this one too now. This one looks pretty dope, right? Look at the detail on the knife blood, like that. This blood's difficult. Ursa Major, what's up, man? Or what's up, yo? I don't like to call everybody man. Not everybody's a man. And let's destroy that misogynistic habit, shall we? Together. What's up, person? Human? So anyway, let's take these out, shall we? Like I said, I don't do bells and whistles. I don't edit this shit. This is live stream. welcome in, Ursa Major. I'm glad of you to join me. I was excited for these because I missed out on the first go-round of this pin, the Casey Becker. Hey, Victor, Ryan. See, I'll talk to you. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of talking to nobody. I can engage. I've been working in service industry my whole life. I've worked in corporate media, creative, some of the biggest companies in media, in feature film, digital. I was once a Pottery Barn stockworker. I worked on boats. I have also been involved in coaching baseball, scouting baseball, and doing fantasy and or podcasting about fantasy sports, regular sports in general, major podcasting network, many things. So I have a lot of interests in a lot of things in a lot of areas. So that's that. This is a pretty heavy duty. There's no stamping on the back, which I don't really like. I really appreciate a good stamping. But Gutter Shakes, you did a great job on the color tinting, the VHS blue that it's tinted with across the whole thing in a different tone. The different tones of blue are really strong in this. This is the first edition of this. I imagine this will sell out and you will get a reissue of this at some point. I think these would be cool with variants. You could do any kind of variant on this, and you know what I'm talking about. I need to go into super detail with you here and blow up your shit, but think outside the screen box, or inside the screen box, if you will. Let's open up Casey. So Casey had a first go round, and they sold out at Casey, and I missed the boat on that because my brother is a big horror fan, and he enjoys Scream the most. That is his favorite film. He particularly enjoys Nev, as I enjoy Nev as well. And we enjoy Drew. I know Drew personally. I've worked with her on a few things, and she is a sweetheart. She is overwhelmed in her life and things, and she is settling down in her vineyard and her kids, and I'm happy for her now. So, but she did this movie that my brother loves, and he rejected this pin at first because he said, I don't need that one. I said, okay, well, I let it pass. And then they did another reissue after they sold it, and I was like, I gotta have it. It's pretty, I like the blue. I think it's different. Yeah, Ursa Major says the color is well done. I like the color too. Let's look at these close up again, like we just did in the bag. No bells and whistles here. Let's flip it. Look at that, strong. Very strong detail. I mean, I hate to talk so romantically about a fucking pen, but you guys, it's a piece of artwork, like I've said before. And like I was trying to get at a minute ago, these are investments I'm making in someone in some other time period who is 50 years my younger, who falls in love with these things more so than I or my brother will eventually want these. I see a little bit of, I don't know what the coloring is there. See that ink there? I don't know what that is, but maybe if Gutter Shake sees this after, they can mention in the comments of the YouTube or of the Instagram what this is, and I can spread the word on that, because I don't know if that's, I just took these out of the bag, so we're looking at these together live for the first time. That looks like ballpoint pen to me, like filled in something. Anyway, we'll get on top of that later, but there we go. Like I said, no backing stamp, but not even on this one, but they have the number on the cards, which is fine. So there we go. There's that. Any questions about it? Anybody? If he's in there, now's the time. It's now or never. So, but I have a few different Scream pins. I have a few more that's on the way. So I didn't showcase them today because on this show at least, because it's not time for that. We'll just showcase this now and we got a lot of pins to do. So we're gonna try and get through them as fast as possible, because I don't want this being like a 40-minute live stream. So what else did we get in the mail today? Oh, we got this stuff in the mail on Saturday. So this is stuff that's sat on the weekend. So first thing, Color Spun. They have a lot of great things. Some things that I want that I don't have. So Dick, what's up? Out here, yeah, you are. So I appreciate the bubble wrapping. Is appreciated, but I don't think the bubble wrapping is appreciated along with the bag if the bubble wrapping secures the entire package. So it's a bit redundant, but I get this. If it was probably prepackaged for another reason, no worries. That's just what it is. So it's all good. But I-95, let's talk about I-95. If you know I-95, then kudos to you. If you don't, then this is the equivalent to, I guess, the 405, 101 of the West Coast. It is the major highway along the eastern seaboard. This is I have trudged up and down this road from Virginia to New York, Boston, down to Florida, all the way, New Orleans. I've been 95'd out my life. So when I saw that Colorspun had made this, I originally wanted to get a bunch of these for a bunch of my road warrior buddies who have been with me through thick and thin through things, and who have taken 95 route, especially my father. You know, things like this, they're mementos. And so next time I go home and I can put this on and I'm driving on 95 just like an asshole, I have a 95 pin like an asshole. So what? I got a 101 too. That's just who I am. I like it. So this is double posted. It's soft enamel. I think it's white metal. Yeah, this is white metal because it's white outline. But there's no stamping on the back. Double posted, no stamping on the back. We'll do it showing up close in a second. But the other one I got is the Beetle Rick, and I got Beetle Rick because I like Rick the most. Obviously, who else doesn't like Rick? This is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, as we're talking about. So this bubble wrap, good, but second. I guess I understand it. But Rick and this, so Beetle Rick is stamped 115 of 200 or 200 of these. I thought there was only 100, but they had touted on IG that they only had a few left, and I thought, well, this is a cool kind of idea because the hair is kind of similar, and so I wanted to see what that's like. But this got butterflies that had rubbers, and this is black metal. They're both. This is 2, or this is 1.5, and this is 1. And that's that. So let's show them up close real quick. I hope you're enjoying the Sublime. I'm going to try and hit y'all with some of my musical preferences as I do these. So I'm trying to keep my preference in clasps, as Pencil Dick asks, my preference is locking if it's double posted, so that way it's secure no matter what. If it's not double posted, I will usually go butterfly if it's on like a bag or something. If it's on my hat, I'll go rubbers. Because it depends on the type of material that you're really... Should I turn the light on? You're not getting enough light here? So maybe this will add a little more depth to it. But there you go. I dig it. I think this Rick is dope in 95, obviously. So there we go. Different clasps for different... is what I say. Last in the review section here will be a couple different pins from the same maker but a different designer, I believe. I don't know who one of the designers is. I failed to look that up. Oh, one more thing, Gutter Shakes, before I get away from it. The confetti isn't... don't do that. That's dirty. Because then I'm opening that in the street maybe or in the car, and it's just... Come on, man. I understand. I'm trying to be festive. I know, it's a party. I got a pin. Yeah, it's a party. There we go. I'm trying to keep the light as natural as possible. But I guess that's kind of impossible. There we go. So the first will be... what I want to talk about are these... Style over Substance Simon Phoenix pins. Now, I'm a fan of bad, cheesy 90s movies, especially Demolition Man. I like Demolition Man a lot. I think it's a funny post-apocalyptic sort of style movie which speaks a lot to what's going on now. And I actually recently rewatched it last summer leading up to the election. So we're not going to get into politics on this show until I talk about political pins, but there they are. So the problem with this was Style over Substance wanted this to be black nickel, and they kept doing them silver. First of all, they did them with single posts. He wanted them double, so he sent it back. They did it again for him, did double on the same silver instead of doing it on black. So he couldn't get what he wanted at the end of the day, and he cut his losses and just gave us both pens. I don't have a preference one or the other. I mean, I tell you what, it looks to me like the double posted silver, nickel looks a little better, or the double posted, whichever one's double posted. I like the double posted one better. So I have the single if anybody's interested. So there's that. But the thing about this pin is it doesn't have a backing on it. And I don't blame him, because I wouldn't have paid the extra to have these stamped either if I wasn't happy with them. So that's what I mean, makers. If you're going to sell us something and you end up getting us pre-order it, which we appreciate the pre-order, you know, we want to pre-order stuff. If you end up wanting us to continue to do things like that, you need to do things like this. You need to give us both pins and let us decide for ourselves and let us make up our minds. And that way, I have one to trade in case somebody else wants to just happen to have a misprint of this dope Wesley Snipes. Somebody collects Wesley Snipes pins. So that's, ooh, look at that catch. So I actually am going to do a shout out right now of a trade I did recently with Katie Seward. She sent, we traded a couple pins, and I got this, the Black Cat with El Jefe Blade 2 anniversary set. Blade, and of course, I forget his name now, but considering I worked at New Line and I like Blade anyway, that was a no-brainer. So thank you, Katie. That was a no-brainer. So I got a Simon Phoenix if anybody's interested. I still think the pin is dope looking, so if you're interested, hit him up. He might be selling them still. I think he is, so it's worth a look. Do you want to look at it up close? Let's do that. I mean, come on. He's got the, whatever eye you call that, I forget now right now, but, you know, the different colored eye, and he was an evil motherfucker, yeah. I mean, he was an evil one. BMF, as we call him. The other is a design by an artist named Beastrek, whose real name is Jared Moriaitis, I believe. It is the Darkness from, what they're calling it, the Darkness from Legend, the movie Legend that Tim Curry played. If you're not aware of this movie or this role, I highly suggest you hit up your Netflix, and if you don't order DVD Netflix, you should order DVD Netflix and check this one out. We'll do this one up close really well, because this pen, okay, let's talk about this pen. This design, when I first saw this design, I was like, wow, this is like the dopest graph. I thought this was like a graph artist's rendering of this. It looks like a street piece. It looks like something I would see on the side of a building in LA or New York or Boston or some major city. It belongs in a big wall because it is that sick, right? And he could be thinking about apples or whatever he's thinking about, but I think that this pen is probably my favorite pen that I've received in a very long time, off of surprise, because let me put this one way. This movie is not like a movie in my thing where I need to have something of this movie because this movie means to me. What matters to me is this artwork, okay? And now we're not gonna waste any more time on it. Let's get down to the artwork on this, because look at this mighty behemoth here. I mean, the detail, first of all, in the face, in the horns, okay? I mean, I know it's just shadowing and lines in black and red, but the colors, the clean colors, the teeth, the neck, under to the chin. This pen is like, clean as, I mean, it's almost divine. It's like oh my God. This is like one of those, you can't get much sexier than this pen, and it makes me want to collaborate with Beastrek, because I think he could do some sick art with some ideas that I have. I think his renderings of some of my concepts could be off the charts. So, if Beastrek, if you ever check this out and you're listening, let's talk, man. I think you can make some dope shit with the things I could think of. Your art, the way you design. So, super duper, please. Hard enamel, double stamped, no backing. Came with rubbers, I believe. I don't think it came with butterfly, but it didn't have a backing card, which I was kind of disappointed in, just because I think the backing card on a pen like this is really important, especially with the limited number of pens and the charge in which and the size in which, and like, this thing is a keeper for life. No one's ever gonna get their hands on this baby. So, thank you so much, guys, for letting me have this delicious piece of artwork, which I will proudly wear at times feeling the most dark, which is often. I actually referred to my dark soul today. Nah, I'm kidding. I have a lot of love in my heart. I actually do. So much. I have so much love in my heart that it's unexpressible at this moment, and I can't wait to do that, which is going to be very soon. Very happy about that. So, but these pins make me happy, and I know that. Fun Times USA, what's up, man? Pretty sure I have one of your pins. I can't think of the moment if it's probably the Hacker, I believe. Hacker's pin. So, let's talk about the patch or the pin pop-up in Gardena. I'm lucky enough I live in Los Angeles. I can do really crazy things, like attend things like that, and perhaps the Patch and Pin Expo. This, yeah, Hack the Planet. I thought so. Fun Times USA. Check that pin out. Hack the Planet. It's it's on, baby. We're hacking the Gibson. I love it. It makes me want to lick my nipple. If you know what I'm saying. It's funny. It's funny what memories what come to you. You know, Matthew Lillard. Speaking of, Scream. Love it. Since you're back on the live stream, we'll throw it out there again. These are both really clean too. I like them. Except for that ballpoint pen action. We'll talk about that gutter. So the pin pop-up was great because it gives you an opportunity to meet these makers and like talk about their art and their motivation and why they are doing what they're doing, and talk about why I'm doing what I'm doing with this now, to let you guys know I'm here to help and let you know quality control is very important to me, and I'm making investment in art pieces, and I'll reassert this every time we do one of these, that I believe in like the work that is done in certain things, and that the value in this is going to be. So when you say limited, I want it to tell me it's limited. You feel me? Otherwise it's not to me, because you don't think it's that limited. But anyway, to get back to the pin pop-up, great people. I got to meet the faces behind a few that I hadn't known before now, in terms of like personal meeting. I've met Alex before, Alex Inc. We've met in the past and exchanged some pins before. I had also exchanged personal DMs with Will at Elko Lives, and so that was nice putting a face to a name there, and I thank him for giving me the exclusive on the Firefly, although I don't like that you're putting them up for pre-order much cheaper than but that's okay. I'm happy to support you. Remember who got your back now. I guess they got the first one. There was no backing with it. We'll tease it a little bit in the bag here, but this is from Labyrinth, so we snagged one of these early. Got an early one. But we're going to take care of that probably tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll get on that. We're running really long here, but that's okay. We got a few more things to do. But anyway, I just want to say it was really nice to meet them. Thank you for the Jedi. I appreciate that. He replaced my Jedi pen. If you've seen the other videos, my Revenge of the Jedi is clean. It's better. Actually, I'll get that down and show you. Just to make sure that is on the up, and anyone who's following up and paying attention is paying attention. We got this back, so this is clean and good. Yeah, just making sure that I looked at that. So Revenge of the Jedi. Thank you for that. He's got a lot of hidden gems. You should check him out. Like, he's got this Margot Tenenbaum, which I'll tease. We'll do tomorrow. Nice little Margot. Pretty dope. What else? I think he's got, oh, yeah, where is it? Yes. He didn't say I could, but I'm going to, because he's selling it. I think it's being sold. Yes. I'm saving it. Okay. It was in the safe file. This guy. For all you Shining Kubricks out there, Kubrick fans, nerd pens, this is for you. Who you are also a pleasure to meet. Joe, I believe. Yeah. And so check Elko out. He's got some good shit, or will. And then also check out Nerd Pens, who I like a lot. It's got a lot of Wes Anderson, who is one of my favorite directors. Just the kitschy-ness of it. I like Bill Murray. You know, it's whatever you like. I was surprised to learn that he had worked with Divided Youth and had success there, but wanted to do his own pen thing, and he's doing this now, and that's really awesome to have that combo and get to know kind of the maker, the mindset behind the maker, and what they look forward to making. He's got a lot of great pens. I've showcased them on my Instagram before, the pens that I have from Nerd Pens, and I really like the quality and a lot of different variants that they have in terms of from other things I see out of other people too, but I like their versions of it the best, I think is the way to put it. There's a lot of imitators. And duplication is something that we will face in creative all the time, right? Everyone wants to know what someone else is up to, and I know it's difficult because you don't want to overlap, but you also want to collaborate, and it's difficult. But you should all be talking to each other, because the one thing I learned in the film industry is the more that you share, the less you need to pay attention to someone, I think. So, and if you need to pay attention to someone, then that means you're not paying attention to yourself. Remember that. I believe in the philosophy of staying in your lane. So take that as you will. I'm trying to stay in mine. This is what I've done. This is basically, I've enhanced my whole. I just enhance. This is what I'm like one of those. You touch. Let us touch our minds. Let's talk in some way, and I guarantee you, I can help you creatively, in some way. That's just what I do best. I am just an enhancer, but I also have a stream of my own that is finally about to erupt very soon, thanks to some resource that's coming through, and it's happening sooner rather than later. Midnight Dogs, it was also nice to meet you, Fred. Don't want to miss anybody. Vintage Poison as well. Got the Baby Groot, which we're gonna do the Baby Groot variant that's smoking. Where is it? There it is. Let's use that too. This is a strong pen. I think I helped a little bit with the glitter that he put in these both. I suggested that early on in his mock design, which I was like, yes. You gotta get some glitter in there. I know Patches and Pins Expo this weekend, but know of any other Patches and Pin shows coming soon? Looking around for some other cons. I don't know at the moment, but I'm gonna look into that. I haven't had time really. I've been really busy with other things, and I'm only now just starting with this, so this is taking up some more time than I wanted it to. Now that I'm getting really busy, because when I put my effort into it, I can't just go half-assed. I gotta go it all the way. So I know I'm not doing a very good job of the YouTube descriptions, but I'll get on that. You know, sorry. That's the least of my concerns. Y'all are the ones watching who follow me, and we do talk on Instagram and, you know, share. Those of us that share are watching this, and I'm glad that if you're enjoying it and watching it, I'm happy. If not, let me know how you think I can make it better or what you'd like to see. I'm about to do some of that right now. So I got a DM about Zelda pens. And I think Kilgore, yes, you're in the house. So, Smoking Baby Groot is bad. He is bad. So check him out. We're gonna do that Wednesday, comic book release day. We're gonna do all my comic pens. But so here's what you wanted. You wanted the Zelda action, right? So here's the Zelda set that I have, and this is just my physical Zelda set, right? So this isn't anything more or less that I don't have something that's another variant. This is all the different variants that I have, and we'll do another closer of this right now. So basically, obviously these two and this one are in a set, the three, and I will show you the makers of these all later in a moment when we're going to show some other ones that I don't have. Okay, this hook shot is amazing. This is Clay Graham art, which everybody knows he is bad. He makes some bad shit. His shit is so good. I love it. I'm excited for his Ladies of the 80s that's on the way to me right now. So Clay, if you're listening, I'm a big fan, so keep up. I like it. But I like these three. There's a lot of different potion bottle variants out there that I've seen. Soft enamel, epoxy, blah, blah, blah. These are hard and the best I have ever seen. These are beautiful. I'm sad I didn't get 2 sets because I think that this is going to be valuable and I'm keeping it. I mean, I would love to have one of these to trade, but I just can't. That wasn't a part of my plan. So anyway, I'm going to let you know all the makers of these later, but the important thing is that these are the ones that I thought felt enough that I wanted to have. These two were on sale at one point, to be quite honest, and I was like, I wanted a Link, and they were in a set, so I got them both. Zelda's pretty nice. And then, of course, this was Random Hero. These two are Random Hero. This is Atomic Pens. These two are Atomic Pens. This is Coloring, I believe. No, these two are Coloring. This is Atomic Pen. This is Coloring Pen. I think. I'll look that up on the fly, but later in a minute. But the great thing about all these pens is that they're not pieces that I would necessarily really wear. They're difficult wear pens. It's like, this is like my most wearable pen, the Fairy. The Fairy is the most wearable, I think, just because it's got functionality. It's one single, but it's got a nice stamp on it. So, you know. The potion bottles are the next most wearable. This I've worn a couple times, but it's also kind of difficult. You want to wear this sparingly, just because you don't want to lose it. This is one I would never want to lose. I'd be very upset. So let's look at. Sorry, I'm gonna try to keep it on the level because we're trying to do this thing where we have a little consistency, right? We're trying to keep it consistent. We're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some. Zelda pens that I don't have that I think are worth checking out if you are a Zelda fan, because I would like to have some of these, but you know, not everybody can have everything they want, right, guys? I mean, that's the difficult thing about life. We have to take what we can get. So here we go. Let's do it. So this one first is by Fanflare. This is, I think, a Breath of the Wild ocarina. I haven't quite played it yet, to be quite honest. My neighbor has it. I need to go play it, and that's it. So check out Fanflare if you want to check out this one. This is good. I'll try to put these up everywhere. I'm trying to disseminate all the knowledge I'd post in this live stream afterwards, so be on the lookout. This set is by Pen for All. It's limited edition. I believe the info is in their bio. Pen 4, the number 4 all. So I'll let you check that out right there. Pen for All exclusive super set. It's pretty dope. I like it. So you should check that out. 30th anniversary, both cartridges. I mean, this is like, if you're a big fan, I think that's for you. There's other ones that I've seen that are okay, but this is one I don't have that I really want. It's Majora's Mask collection from Nostalgia Pen Co. I just think this is a cool little pen. I just haven't gotten it yet. I don't know why, I just haven't. But this pen is pretty sick. This is Lincoln Brews. I'm sad I missed out on this, and you might have to be able to send a search out for this because this is a hard to find pen. But this is Mr. BCF 06. It's I don't know if he's got any more, but you could check that out. It's a pretty dope pen. The Triple Heart. This is the full Triple Heart. This is by yesterdays.co. So Yesterday's Co. This is the full triple pen. I think it's soft enamel, but I could be wrong. They sell in LA. They sell at a shop called Quest, and they also sell, I believe, at Meltdown Comic Books on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. So if you're in the LA area ever, you can check them out there. Go pen shopping. It's pretty fun. Eccentric Visuals. It's a Master Sword and Shield. It's a blank. I think these are like their Murdered Out variant. These dropped way back in May. It's only 20 of them. I don't know if there's any around still, so you might want to hit them up on the DM to make sure, but if you're looking for that. This is the third heart. This is the 2.5 hearts. Hard enamel, nickel plated, Flayed Man. I love the Flayed Man. He's got a Zelda shield we're going to see in a second too. But this is a great, Flayed Man is great. We did a trade. I got a small Mickey middle finger to go with my big mini middle finger that I like. This is the Zelda shield from Flayed Man. Pretty dope. He's got a video which is fantastic. This is what y'all need to do more. I need more videos of like this to see these pens in the wild, essentially. So Primal Pens has this. This pen is out now. This is no longer on pre-order. So Primal Pens,
If you want link, this is a sick pin. I'd like to have this pin too. So Primal, if you're listening, I think you were sending me something. I'm not sure if that's still happening or not, but I would appreciate if you were to have this too. Beggars can't be choosers, but man, this pin is pretty dope. Tom Ryan Studio is working on a few different Zelda pins. As you can see, I think you all would appreciate these. This one especially, I like that. Majora's Mask, of course. Like I said, I'm gonna put all these in the bio later. This is Shop of Strange, another Majora's Mask. I think that Eccentric Visuals, yeah, working on this. Hero Sword from Breath of the Wild. And this is Maljora from BB Create. This is a very popular pin. I think they are out of it. I don't know why I don't have it, but you know, like I said, there are some things you just gotta bite the bullet on others, and for some reason I just passed on this pin. It would go great with my malls though. I need it. If anybody's willing to trade me a one, I'm looking to trade for this. I'll trade for this. This is mine. So this is Inktwell. Yeah, Inktwell. Inktwell did the Mario and the Fairy too. So those are the two that I showed you live here. These are from Eccentric Visuals, the Master Shield and Sword non-blanks. So there's the other of those. Ursa Major endorses Shop of Strange. Let's make it on the record here. Pin_Tendo does these links with the flute. And Random Hero here, the sword that I have, Master Sword. And there it is with well, Korok. So this has just come out, I think, from Shop of Strange. I want to get this. This is a pretty dope piece. Yeah, so Ursa Major, I understand. Oh, here we go. Soul Piece Labs, yes. The Fairy Bottle set that we showed earlier. And last but not least, I believe this is it, Caleb Palace, the Triforce Pizza enamel pins, which are very popular, I believe. Those are very popular. A lot of people like this. Oh, there's this. This is Atomic. Yeah, I showed this. What else? Oh, the hook shot. There we go. Playgram. Yep, that's it. That's all the Zelda we got.
So, we got a Patches and Pin Expo coming up in LA next Saturday, this coming Saturday. I may or may not be in town. I don't know if I'll be working or not. We'll see. Out of town. And if I am, I'll be excited to see a lot of people there, meet a lot of people there, and I'm going to keep this up through the week, and we'll see how it goes. What else? Can't think if there was anything else I was going to talk about. I'm going to preview some stuff again here soon. I think I'm going to do that maybe once a week, like the 5 pins that I really found that I think are worth finding. I got a bunch of reviews coming. I have so many, I can't even tell y'all how annoying it is that I can't take these out and put these on the board. Okay? I want to take all these pins out of their packaging but we're doing this together now. We're doing this together, and that's how we're going to roll. I got a Hugo before you guys, bitches. I got a Hugo before you guys. Bite me. Haters. Haters out there. I got the sick MODOK from the Creep Lord. Got his trade today too. Creep sent me MODOK, and he also, where is it? The other Phoenix Person variant out there. Now I have all Phoenix Person variants, and I'm only missing whatever's coming from Zen Monkey Studios and whoever else may end up making a Phoenix Person pin, which I think are few. So we're gonna review these as well this week. All right, I'm gonna put this up on YouTube as fast as YouTube will let me. It had a problem last time, that's why I apologize. I posted prematurely on Instagram before the video is ready. Can't help, technology's not perfect, right? What can we do? So there you have it. See you next time. I appreciate you tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, send it in if you want, DM. You can also check me out on Twitter. I'm at the Major Gray, but that's not the same thing. I am findable on Instagram or YouTube comments. Leave them there. All right. Peace out.